Although there are only a few elixirs now, but my heart is full of fighting spirit. One day, we will make the herbal principle elixir into tablets. Guarantee yourself in the healthcare product market in the future. Come out on top. And I exited my space. Appreciated the spring water of the mausoleum of the Monkey King and the Wild Boar King. 2 lives per person on a treasure hunt again. No precious Chinese medicine was found in the afternoon, but I also found 2 precious orchids. You know, in the afterlife, dozens of precious orchids are sold per plant. Millions is normal, and the second grandfather came to the brigade headquarters early in the morning, called a meeting of all the brigade cadres, discussed the electrification of the Red Flag Brigade. Of course, it's good to have the captain powered on, but give our brigade a separate call. Isn't that a lot of money? It's for the captain. Although we have shared a lot of money over the years, but it costs a lot more. Every household wants to build a house. The children were also sent to school. As far as I know, most of the members. I don't have any money in hand now. I'm afraid the members will complain. Want me to lose my brain and lose accountancy? Your worries are unnecessary. Are the members still suffering? Even if you spend all the money the food processing plant makes, just pull the circuit and endure it for a year. We've come through the famine years. Can 1 year less dividends still starve people to death? I firmly support the captain's decision. Security Director Wang Fugui has a simple mind, but the ability to execute is particularly strong. He is a strong advocate of second grandpa, old Shishusu accounting. I didn't say no cost. If acceptable, let's power up, or join several teams to walk all the way together. Last year, because there was no connection, bad fruits and rotten fruits appeared in the harvested hawthorn. That's a big loss. Yes, food processing plants want to be bigger and stronger. Sooner or later you have to go to automation. It's all handmade. No matter how long you do it, it's still a workshop. Right, the captain and the other brigades share a line. Let them share the cost. I agree with this. With everyone's lively discussion, all the brigade cadres agreed to power up. Then the second grandfather rushed to the palace bureau, handed the doorman a cigarette, asked which department you need to find to apply for the palace. I saw a young comrade walking out of it. It just so happens that this is Comrade Zheng from the business department. You can ask him. Hello, Comrade Zheng. I am Shen Manton of the Red Flag Brigade. I would like to ask about applying for power supply. What procedures and conditions are required? The power supply is relatively tight now. We must first ensure that the county seat and factories use electricity. It will not supply power to each production pair for the time being. Zheng Hongzi picked up the second grandfather's cigarette, but with an impatient face. Comrade Zheng, it's the following. A food processing factory collectively run by our brigade. Can I apply in the name of the factory? The second grandfather looked at Zheng Hongzi's attitude and felt a chill in his heart, but still continued to accompany the alumni. Can't you understand this, old comrade? The food processing plant you mentioned wants to use electricity. Just move the factory to the county seat. A production team builds a small workshop. You call yourself a food processing plant. Really don't know. Zhang Hongzi walked over with disdain on his face. Leave the second grandfather stunned in place. Comrade, don't be angry. This young man went to work in the agency. I feel superior. You go in through the main entrance and turn left to the business section. Ask again. See if it really can't be done. Thank you, master. Then I'll go in and ask second grandpa to come to the business department. The middle-aged section chief in the team repeated the power request again. Comrade, I am section chief Liu Bai. In principle, it is not open to the production team. But you're right about the food processing plant. It is the star factory in our county. You can let the comrades from the engineering department check it out. If there is no accident, you can pass the electricity price. Confession did not embarrass the second grandfather, and they said yes. Second grandfather also deeply felt. What do you mean Yummer is so cheap? Kid is tough. That would be great. How much does it cost to get off the line? Can you share it with other teams? Second grandpa asked with some apprehension. We will power you in the name of a food processing plant. So the main route, only from the town to the food processing plant. The power supply is still relatively tight now. We must first ensure that urban residents and state-owned enterprises. The power supply task of a large factory. As for the cost, a transformer 20,000 blocks, 100 yuan per telephone pole. You need a rack for 50 meters. It's free for wires and labor. Second grandpa listens to this price. Suddenly my heart beat again. That's a lot of money, but the electricity has to go on. Groom Liu section chief. Send your comrades to inspect. Our brigade is frugal and has to turn on the electricity. Since Captain Angsing has decided, then wait for my message. I'll apply for you. I am a cute baby who can hang up. Space systems can hold everything in heaven and earth. Today I went on a treasure hunt in the mountains again. The Monkey King is jumping up and down the tree. I rode a wild boar through the jungle. Badgie, stop! It feels a little unusual here. I fly down the pearl, 10 macaques in one place from space, and swallowed the Monkey King from the tree. The Monkey King and his younger brother look for any caves nearby. If there is treasure, we will be prosperous. Squeak squeak! The Monkey King and his younger brother quickly set off to investigate. He came back soon and said he couldn't find it, while peeking at me from the corner of his eye. It turns out that I want to drink Linquan water again. You monkeys! Doing some work requires benefits. I took out a bottle of spiritual spring water from the space. The smelly macaque picked up the small bottle. Small paws hold the bottle. Drink the Linquan water clean. The wild boar king suddenly remembered to turn in circles. Badgie, stop acting cute. You have it too, I'm complaining while taking out a small basin. Pour in spiritual spring water. The wild boar king hummed with satisfaction. I went to look at a bush. Suddenly a hare jumped out. In an inconspicuous corner, there is a fist-sized hole high. 80% of these are in stock. Badgie comes to work. Clean this out with big fangs. Wild Boar King has been strengthened by Linquan water. It's like a bulldozer. For a while the gravel flew. Dusty, until a hole as tall as a person is exposed. There were bells ringing. There is a Taoist temple inside. Little you and me. Come in and continue. Grandfather, did you speak just now? Hey ha ha ha, it was me who spoke? Zifubao, are you willing to learn art with me? This uncle's smile is so obscene. It's not a lie to children, is it? Wait for Zifubao, don't scold people. The old man doesn't lie to children. Grandpa, how did you know? What skills do you have? Hi, I can do a lot. Foresee the future. Draw talismans to catch ghosts. Look at the divination. You have to learn from Ma Lao Dao with a smile. Say wow seriously. What a great grandpa. Why are you teaching me? Because you have space for everything. And a day inside is a year outside. Space actually has this function. No wonder the seasons are the same. Grandpa, I can't promise you now. I want to discuss with my mother. Okay, little Fubao. I moved the inverted can into space. Just come to me anytime. I'll give you a big chance. Okay, there's still spring water in it. And the Monkey King will cook with you. Then the gym shook. Disappeared in an instant. I enter space. Sure enough, there is a dojo. Well, forget it. Today is my aunt's wedding. Gotta go back early. On the other side, the Palace Drummer construction team has arrived. The poles were also shipped in batches. The members who got the news were very excited, chatting around the Intelligence Exchange Center. Our team is the first in all risks. The electrified production team is now famous. Yeah, wait until the power is turned on. Children study by electric light at night. Academic performance goes up soon. Must be a junior college student. What a fairy life we had. Dividends at the end of the year. Now the store is going to be connected. At this time, the old Shin family was already very lively. The adults are busy picking and washing vegetables. Country chef buys a few cauldrons. Busy stir-fried vegetables. My aunt is wearing a festive dress. Eyebrows and eyes are shy, waiting for the little uncle to pick it up. The happiest are my brothers and sisters, because there are endless candies today. Auntie, you are so beautiful today. Oh, Zifubao's mouth is so sweet. In fact, our little sister has always been beautiful. It's just that we get used to getting along day and night. Yes, little sister is a natural beauty. For Zifubao, isn't mother beautiful? He made fun of me like a child again. Mom is also very beautiful. I like mother. Little heartless. Cow you. Heh auntie. You've had a great time. It's not like we eat coarse-grained wild vegetables every day. Yes, auntie, do you want to help your mother's nephew more? We can't write 2 words at a time. The 2 nephews of my grandmother's family complimented, while crying poor. Then how do you think Andy should help you? Because my aunt got married, Grandma is a little lost. Two blind nephews are still demons. Grandma suddenly couldn't hold back the fire. Auntie, I see several bicycles in front of me. I'll push two away after dinner. Is it convenient for you to come and see later? Yes, it is convenient for my aunt to come to see you. And my house is getting old. It needs 2,000 yuan to be repaired. Our parents are your brothers and sisters-in-law. You can't bear to let them suffer like this, can you? Liu Denu and Liu Erniu, licking his big face and begging for things and money. The relatives gather more and more. Some people's eyes are full. It's 2-block Liu Denu. Liu Erniu, what are you doing? Take advantage of my cousin's big day. Open your mouth is to bicycles. 2,000 bucks. Things and money tickets given to you in previous years. Just treat it as what I owe you, Liu Guizi. Now get out of here. I don't want to see any of you. Auntie, don't be angry. We were just kidding. Not really a bike. Money is coming. We are here to congratulate you from the bottom of our hearts. Liu Denu and Liu Erniu saw their grandmother. He turned his face without hesitation. In an instant, the square inch was in chaos. Sanjiang asked a few people to help send them out. Grandma is unmoved. Directly gave the order to send the guest off. Everyone has long been angry. Then drive Liu Denu. Liu Erniu directly sent them out of the village entrance. Liu Denu and Liu Erniu looked at each other. Bitter face, returned home in dismay. After 10 o'clock, with the car. The welcome team has finally arrived, amid the booing and cheering of the crowd. Little Uncle Chess strapped Big Safflower, stepping into the courtyard with a spring breeze on his face. The little uncle is here. Don't give him a red envelope and don't let him enter the door. Brother on guard at the door. Immediately take a bunch of bear children. I got into my aunt's room, directing and staring at the door tightly. Why don't you open the door first? I will send you a red envelope when I open the door. Little uncle's tone is gentle, with a Wolf grandmother's smile on her face. Little uncle, don't lie. Stuff the red envelope through the crack of the door. Don't worry, everyone has a share. Open the door and give. The children in the countryside are simple-minded. Open the house quickly. Receive the red envelope as soon as you see it. Then everyone helped to think about the 3 turns. The quill married to the old Shen family. The clothes were loaded onto the truck. The delivery team is also sitting in the car pocket, because there are still dozens of miles to go. The little aunt smiled and waved goodbye to her relatives. I got on the car and set off towards the county seat. Sun Chao is driving behind. The dowry cart sprinkles happy candy on the members watching the fun. The women and children were bombarded. The members who watched the fun talked a lot. No wonder Xiaowan can marry so well. It's beautiful, like a ghost on a wall. The groom is also in good spirits. Hey, my daughter is not so lucky. Oops, I said stop talking. It's time to start. Lao Shen's family has 16 dishes this time. Go, 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 grab a seat. If you are late, you can only eat standing up. Hey, ha ha ha. I am a 5-year-old cute baby. Comes with storage system space. Hunting and acting cute in the countryside. The old Shen family said that the ancestors accumulated great virtue. Just gave me such a little lucky star. On this day, I went up the mountain to search for treasure as usual. I took out dozens of bottles of mineral water in front of the monkeys. The little monkeys are trying their best to find me a baby. The more you find, the more you get. There must be a monkey under the reward. And the monkey's eyes went red, immediately looking for the baby all over the mountains. I'm leisurely swinging under the tree. Let the 2 little monkeys push me behind. The 2 little monkeys work extra hard. Tap, tap. It's almost going to the sky for me. Not long after, the Monkey King ran up to me and screamed. I see there is a situation about this. Immediately call the other monkeys to copy the guy. The king led me to a pile of rubble. I could tell at a glance that the rubble was not naturally formed. It's the rubble left over from the explosion. This means there must be trouble down there. Well done, little monkey. Then I took out 10 bottles of spiritual spring water. Let the Monkey King drink it all at once. Drinking straight, he scratched his head and fluttered. But this rubble weighs thousands of tons. It must be difficult to rely on brute force. I patted the little brain with an IQ of 180. Decided to use space to suck the gravel in. Find another clearing and throw out all the gravel. It was done in less than 2.5 minutes. After cleaning up, there are potatoes under it. I let the air circulate for a while, then let the Monkey King lead the way with torches. Inside was a small arsenal. 50 mountain cannons. Dispatch beam.